Hi everyone, Arachnobeth here, and today I'm going to be showing you my fourth set of tarantulas. Okay, so here I have 8 tarantulas. I bought all of these from So Many Legs. They arrived on the 3rd of October. I've got 3 tiny slings, 2 slightly bigger slings and 3 small juveniles. Okay, so in this little sling tube I have Brachypelma Emilia, or Mexican red leg. I've named this one George. Let's see if he is out. Yes, he is. As you can see, there's no real colour on him yet because he's still so tiny. Another terrestrial species. These ones get about 14 centimetres, so similar to other Brachypelma species. These are generally quite docile tarantulas, they're not quite as flicky as the other Brachypelma species. Living the same sort of time as other Brachypelmas, females 20 to 25, males 5 to 9. Our next tarantula, we will go for this one, is another Brachypelma. This is a Brachypelma Verdezi, or Mexican Rose Grey. That's a molt I had of her probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. This spider is one of my all-time favourites in my collection just because how docile it is. When it first arrived, I actually thought it was dead because as I was trying to coax it out of the pot that it was in, it didn't move. Just a very slow, very docile species. I would certainly recommend these for anybody looking into tarantulas, although they're not the most colourful, or they're saying that since she's molted she's a lot more colourful. They are very, very docile. Terrestrial species getting around 15 centimetres. This one I have called Fang. I haven't handled her for a few days, so she's getting... No, okay, so she's quite angry after I've already said she's a very docile tarantula. Looking at her abdomen's actually quite small, so she might even be hungry. So let's try and feed her. So let's try with the cricket. Yep, she was hungry. That's what she wanted. But it just goes to show that even the most docile species can bite. So she is obviously quite hungry today. Just like people, tarantulas can be happy one day and quite angry the next day. Yeah, generally very docile tarantula, just obviously not when they're hungry. So next we have a Bumba Cabocla, or the Brazilian redhead. This one is tiny and that is a little teeny tiny molt. Yeah, this one does like to burrow. So I have a couple of pet holes here. Yeah, he's actually in that part there. These guys come from Brazil. They are terrestrial species. They're a lot smaller than the Brachypelmas. They get to about 10 to 12 centimetres. They're generally quite docile. Females get in 12 to 15 years, males 3 to 5, so they're not quite as long-lived as the Brachypelmas either. Our next tarantula is Caribena Versicolor, or the Martinique pink toe. For any of you who have seen an adult of these, will be surprised at the colour they are when they're a juvenile or a sling. So this is my Caribena Versicolor sling. As you can see, bright blue in colour, and when they are adults they're actually like a burgundy pink colour. Obviously the complete opposite of what they are now. These are an arboreal tarantula, which means that they like to stay up in the trees, high up. These guys are brilliant webbers. She's going to get to about 12 to 15 centimetres. They are generally quite docile species, but they are very, very quick. These guys will live 10 to 12 years, males only 2 to 3 years. This is a Lasiodora Difficilus, or Brazilian red bird eater. Again, I have a molt from her. Okay. So this is Pavati. She is another terrestrial species, getting between 17 and 20 centimetres. They're quite a bold tarantula, but generally non-aggressive. Females live in 15 to 20 years, males 3 to 6, so again, generally quite long-lived. The wash is in my hand. I'm just going to empty her water bowl of dirt and put some more water in it. Okay, apparently the nozzle was on spray. Down the finger. Down the finger. Go on. There. So next we have Nhandu Carapoensis, or the Brazilian giant orange. And that is again another molt. And he's only very small. These guys again come from Brazil. They are another terrestrial species, getting between 12 and 15 centimetres. Generally a docile tarantula, but they can be quite defensive, i.e. flicking hairs, threat posture, and as you can see there, he was quite willing to run away to somewhere. These guys have a generally good lifespan as well, 13 to 15 years for a female, and males 3 or 4 years. This little guy I've called Bill. These last two tarantulas I have are also Nhandus, but first we have the Nhandu Colloratovillosus, or the Brazilian black and white. And there is her molt. This is Bellatrix, and she has certainly got the attitude to match. These guys are also from Brazil, getting 15 to 18 centimetres, living the same time range as the Nhandu Carapoensis. Go on, get it. Yes! She got it! I will let her eat through that. Okay, so now on to our last tarantula. This is Nhandu species red, or the Brazilian red. Again, the same as all the other Nhandus that I've said. It can be skittish, getting around 15 centimetres, terrestrial, all the same things. This is Percy. And Percy is also known as my pet burrow. So yeah. Oh, he's got a bold bottom. So yeah, this is Percy. He is Nhandu species red. No, don't web around the outside of the cup. You can just see on our left, his right, his pedipalp is not quite right. It didn't seem to molt with the other. No, I'm just trying to show people your pedipalp. Oh, Percy, no, don't go back in your hole. Please. So while I'm out here, I might as well just do a bit of webbing. You can see his little spinnerets going. You can see him actually his web coming out of his spinnerets. Thanks ever so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. All of those spiders you saw I got from the company So Many Legs in Essex. I got them sent over by post. They are an absolutely brilliant company, will help you with anything you need to know. So I've had them just over a month now and they're all doing really well. So hopefully soon you'll see them again in another video.